Welcome to our channel. Today, we're diving into a topic that's super important for anyone over 50 or anyone who wants to live a longer, healthier life: what we eat. Some foods that might have been fine in our 20s and 30s can actually work against us as we get older. We're going to go over 14 common foods that you might want to think twice about consuming regularly after 50. We'll break down why these foods can be harmful and what you can swap them with to keep your diet healthy and delicious. So let's get started. Okay, let's talk about margarine. For years, we were told it was the healthier choice compared to butter, right? Lower in fat, better for your heart. But here's the thing. Newer research has shown us that margarine isn't the hero we thought it was. The problem with margarine lies in those artificial trans fats. This process creates trans fats, which have been linked to a whole host of health problems, from heart disease to increased inflammation throughout the body. Margarine is often loaded with salt and artificial flavors to try to mimic the taste of butter. So, while it might seem like a healthier choice, margarine is actually doing more harm than good. Focus on incorporating healthier fats into your diet, like those found in avocados, nuts, and olive oil. Let's be honest, who doesn't enjoy a nice cold soda every now and then? But the truth is, sugary drinks like soda are basically empty calories in a can. They offer no nutritional value and are loaded with sugar, which can lead to a whole bunch of health problems, especially as we get older. All that sugar spikes your blood sugar levels, putting you at risk for type 2 diabetes, weight gain, and even heart disease. Instead of reaching for a sugary drink, opt for healthier alternatives like water, unsweetened tea, or even sparkling water with a splash of fruit juice for flavor. Your body will thank you in the long run. Remember those delicious, crusty loaves of bread our grandparents used to make? Well, unfortunately, most of the white bread we find in supermarkets today is a far cry from those traditional loaves. The problem lies in the refining process. To make white bread, manufacturers remove the bran and germ from the wheat grain, leaving behind only the endosperm. Instead of reaching for white bread, opt for whole grain varieties that are packed with fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Look for breads that list whole grain as the first ingredient and are low in added sugars. Grabbing a bottle of juice might seem like a healthy choice, but the reality is that many store-bought juices are loaded with sugar and lack the nutritional value of whole fruits. Many fruit juices are pasteurized at high temperatures, which can destroy some of the vitamins and antioxidants naturally present in fruit. And to make matters worse, manufacturers often add loads of sugar to enhance the flavor, turning a seemingly healthy drink into a sugar bomb. Instead of relying on store-bought juice, try making your own at home using a blender or juicer. That way, you control the ingredients and can enjoy the natural sweetness and nutrients of whole fruits without all the added sugar. I know, tuna is delicious. It's a great source of protein and omega-3 fatty acids. But there's a catch, especially when it comes to fresh tuna. As much as we love it, certain types of tuna can contain high levels of mercury, a heavy metal that can be toxic to our bodies. Larger predatory fish like tuna tend to have higher mercury levels because they eat smaller fish that have already accumulated mercury in their bodies. Over time, consuming too much mercury can lead to a whole host of health problems, especially for pregnant women and young children. The good news is that not all tuna is created equal. Canned light tuna generally has lower mercury levels than larger species like albacore or fresh tuna steaks. So, if you're a tuna lover, opt for canned light tuna and enjoy it in moderation. Honey has been touted for its health benefits for centuries, and for good reason. Raw, unprocessed honey is packed with antioxidants, enzymes, and has antibacterial properties. But here's the thing, not all honey is created equal. In fact, much of the honey you find on supermarket shelves has been highly processed, stripping it of its nutritional value. Look for honey that's labeled as raw or unfiltered to enjoy the full benefits. Energy drinks might seem like a quick fix for a midday slump, but they're actually a recipe for disaster, especially for those over 50. These drinks are often loaded with caffeine, sugar, and other stimulants that can wreak havoc on your body. While a moderate amount of caffeine can be okay for some people, energy drinks often contain extremely high levels, sometimes the equivalent of several cups of coffee in just one serving. This can lead to anxiety, insomnia, heart palpitations, and even digestive problems. Instead of relying on energy drinks for a quick pick-me-up, focus on getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and eating a balanced diet. If you need an extra boost, try a cup of green tea or a small cup of black coffee. They might be convenient for a quick sandwich or snack, but cold cuts are often loaded with sodium, unhealthy fats, and artificial ingredients that can be detrimental to our health, especially as we age. One of the biggest concerns with cold cuts is their high sodium content. Many cold cuts are also high in saturated fat and cholesterol, which can raise your LDL, bad cholesterol levels, increasing your risk of heart disease. Plus, some cold cuts contain nitrates and nitrites, preservatives that have been linked to an increased risk of certain types of cancer. Instead of relying on cold cuts, try healthier protein sources like grilled chicken breast, turkey breast, or even plant-based alternatives like tofu or tempeh. Breakfast is often touted as the most important meal of the day, but if you're starting your day with a bowl of sugary cereal, you might be doing more harm than good. Many breakfast cereals are marketed as healthy choices, but the reality is that they're often loaded with sugar and refined grains. Instead of reaching for a box of sugary cereal, opt for healthier breakfast options like oatmeal, overnight oats, or even eggs. These choices provide protein, fiber, and essential nutrients to fuel your body and keep you feeling energized throughout the morning. We all know that too much salt can be bad for us, but did you know that our bodies actually need a certain amount of sodium to function properly? The problem is that most of us consume way more sodium than we need, and over time, this can lead to some serious health problems. When we consume too much salt, it disrupts our body's fluid balance, causing our bodies to retain water. This can lead to bloating, increased blood pressure, and even put extra strain on our hearts and kidneys. By reducing our sodium intake, we can help lower our blood pressure and reduce our risk of these serious health problems. Start by reading food labels carefully and choosing low-sodium options whenever possible. Dairy products have long been considered a staple in many diets, providing calcium, protein, and other essential nutrients. But as we age, our bodies change, and for some of us, dairy products might not be the best choice. One of the main concerns with dairy is its lactose content. Lactose is a sugar found in milk and other dairy products, and as we get older, many of us produce less lactase, the enzyme needed to digest lactose properly. If you're experiencing digestive issues or are concerned about your heart health, talk to your doctor about whether reducing your dairy intake or switching to plant-based alternatives might be right for you. Canned foods are a pantry staple for many of us. They're convenient, affordable, and often have a long shelf life. But behind that convenience often lies a long list of added ingredients, some of which can be detrimental to our health. One of the main concerns with canned foods is their high sodium content. Another concern is the presence of BPA or bisphenol A, a chemical found in the lining of some cans. While it's impossible to completely avoid canned foods, there are ways to minimize your exposure to these harmful additives. Look for cans that are labeled as BPA-free, choose low-sodium options whenever possible, and rinse canned fruits and vegetables before eating them to remove excess salt. They might seem like a harmless way to add flavor to soups, stews, and sauces, but those little bouillon cubes are often packed with sodium, MSG, and other additives that can be harmful to our health. Just one bouillon cube can contain a significant portion of your daily recommended sodium intake. Instead of relying on bouillon cubes for flavor, try using natural herbs, spices, and homemade bone broth to add depth and complexity to your dishes. Not only will your food taste better, but you'll also be avoiding those harmful additives. Your heart and overall health will thank you. In today's fast-paced world, it's easier than ever to rely on processed foods for quick and easy meals and snacks, but the convenience of processed foods often comes at a cost, especially when it comes to our health. Processed foods are often loaded with added sugars, unhealthy fats, sodium, and artificial ingredients that can contribute to a whole host of health problems, from weight gain and inflammation to heart disease and type 2 diabetes. One of the biggest problems with processed foods is their addictive nature. Breaking free from the processed food trap can be challenging, but it's not impossible. Cook more meals at home using fresh, whole ingredients. So there you have it, 14 foods that you might want to think twice about consuming regularly, especially as you get older. Remember, I'm not saying you can never enjoy these foods again, but moderation and balance are key. By making conscious choices about what we eat, we can support our bodies, boost our energy levels, and reduce our risk of chronic diseases. Thanks for watching. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more health tips. Stay healthy and see you next time.